I know what you're thinking. I can see it in your eyes. The awe, the wonder. You're thinking, isn't she that famous Australian saltwater crocodile hunter? Perhaps you've seen some of my documentaries on the National Geographic Channel, or read some of my books, or perhaps some of the many articles written about me. Yes, it is true. I am Valerie, the Australian saltwater crocodile hunter. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. The saltwater crocodile, also known as the Crocodilius australis, or informally as Salty, is the largest of all living reptiles. Salties can live to up to 70 years of age. Male salties can grow to over 20 feet in length. I go on salty safaris every year to Australia. And because of my love and respect for these amazingly majestic beasts, I practice catch and release. Today, I'm going to tell you what I do when I go on a catch and release salty safari. Please be warned, this speech is not for the faint of heart. And please do not try this at home. When I get to Australia, the first thing I do is to prepare myself physically and emotionally. And to do that, I need to go on walkabout. I rent a Prius, drive downtown, and I walk about the many shops and restaurants, breathing in the local atmosphere. For lunch, I make a point of eating a ginormous Vegemite sandwich. What's Vegemite, you ask? Vegemite is made up of leftover brewer's yeast extract and vegetable and spice additives. We're happy little Vegemites, we're bright as bright can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch, or tea. Yes, it even has its own jingle. Meanwhile, back at the safari, now that I'm prepared, I travel to the Daintree River, which is North Queensland. There, I own a small hut. Nothing fancy. 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths. A couple of the rooms I have set up as Airbnbs. I unpack, and I have the chef prepare a light supper of beef bourguignon, gratin de framboise, served with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. After supper, I settle in and relax in preparation for the hunt the next morning. I get up early when everything is still and quiet, and I head on out to the river, taking with me only the bare necessities. Camera crew, producers, makeup artist, caterer, oh, and of course my fans. I walk cautiously, stealthily, constantly searching the banks for any signs of salties. I'm only looking for salties that are at least 18 feet in length. Any shorter, it's just not a challenge for me. I spot a 20-footer. Crikey, he's a beauty. I lure him with some raw meat. It doesn't matter what meat you use, because for salties, all meat tastes like chicken. Once he gets within range, I quick jump on his back, throw my arms around his neck. He immediately goes into a death roll, drawing me deep underwater. But I hold on because I am Valerie, the Australian saltwater crocodile hunter. Plus, I'm a free diver and can hold my breath for over 20 minutes. One time, a school of piranhas started nibbling at my toes. If that happened to anybody else, they'd be crying like a baby. Me, I was more concerned about my pedicure. Anyway, after a while, the salty tires. And when he does, I give him a good left hook to the snout, knocking him out. Once he's out, I drag him to shore. My clothes are tattered. I'm covered in blood. But there's no time for first aid. No. I've got to work fast. I measure his length. I get his weight. And I give some blood samples. Then I take his left ear for obvious reasons. About that time, he starts to wake up. So I grab him, give him a big kiss. He stares at me with eyes that are dreamy and seductive. He then gives me a big smile, showing off his pearly whites. Actually, they were more like pearly yellows. Then he raised his right hand as if to say, "Call me." But we all know this could never be. And since I am committed to practicing catch and release, all I could do was grab him by the tail, drag him back to the river, and let him go. As he swam off, he turned his head to look at me as if to say, "I'm not worthy, oh croc hunter." You see, salties respect me just as much as I respect them. In fact, only once was I ever bitten by a salty. Want to see my scar? Oh, probably not a good idea to have that on film. Never mind. Thank you.